Jacked on coffee. Boom. Right. Sent the good morning. Let's go over to this Discord. All righty. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Great weekend. The pump is on. You guys, when you're using leading information, it's all about the workflow. If you come into the Alpha Trading Discord about 5 minutes before Bitcoin started pumping yesterday, put a message in there. The honey badger's getting ready to get turned loose. It's all about the workflow, right? When you nail this stuff down, you can get moves down to the minute. That's how powerful this stuff is. We talk about it all the time. Meanwhile, got a bunch of people out there using lagging information, following around YouTube Jimmy, right? And all his little cave friends. Oh boy, inside jokes. Let's get on to Bitcoin here. Literally hit $42,130. Guys, is this a surprise? Not at all. Not at all. We've been talking about this for a long time. We've been given the probabilities, why other people just haven't seen it. Well, we see it here at Alpha Trading with the leading information. Very powerful indeed. So let's see here. We got a wheel. Let's go up here onto weekly time frame. Welcome, Jeff of Alpha Trading. I see you. Let's see here. There we go. Little hidden bull. Bitcoin on the weekly. DLP hitting the lower confidence intervals as we speak and in trend, fully in trend weekly. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, all the volatility, right? You got the 525, 981 contracting negatively correlated, 2400 expanding positive. Beautiful. Volatility is supporting the move. Of course it is. Volatility was showing the move was coming. Let me see here. And like I said, returns oscillator turning up, positively correlated on some hidden bull divergence. DLP building. Love seeing that. Drop down here. Check a 5-day out real quick. Having an outlier. We're having an outlier on the weekly. Not yet. Not starting yet. Well, I'll tell you what. You manage to close today over 4,200 it will be. Or 42,000. Jesus. Back to the 5-day. Love it. More hidden bull. Right? More hidden bull. Should I pull up the RSI to show the difference? We don't need to. We do it all the time, guys. We do it all the time. The RSI just does not catch the real divergence. It's okay. Keep using it. You know why? Because when you're exiting trades, we're entering. When you're entering, we're exiting. You are the liquidity on the other side of our trades. So we could really care less, right? We're here providing this for people that just see it. They just see it. They want leading information. Right? They want to run with the algos. Isn't that the goal? Are you going to battle them? Do you know the behemoth that you're up against? You probably don't. You probably don't even realize it. So you're out there swing trading volatility with YouTube Jimmy, getting wrecked. Guys, this isn't like a false statement. If you understood how many people lost money, how many people lose money in bull runs, it is ridiculous. You know why? Especially in cryptocurrency? Because they love to use leverage. They love to swing trade volatility. That is not how you trade these markets. Look, you can trade them however you want. Good luck, though. Good luck. What's the ultimate goal of trading? Right? Are you an investor? Are you just holding? Or are you taking profits daily? Because that's how you're really going to win in the end. Right? We don't live in this fantasy world where crypto is the dominant currency. Right? See, it's finding, it's slowly but surely making its way into society. So turning those profits into whatever your currency is a no-brainer. This is the world we live in. I've been in this argument before with people. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not just sitting on all of it. Man, I do. I stack a couple different cryptos. But guys, when I'm scalping, I turn that into profits most of the time. Most of the time, I turn that into profits. So let's freaking go. Let's continue this little workflow. Like I said, hidden bull div on the 5-day, having an outlier, in trend, DLP building, volatility expanding, positively correlated on the 5-day. And when I don't give different lengths, that means it's all expanding, positively correlated. 3-day. 3-day, 2400 kind of flat negative. That's good. The other two are expanding positive, dropping back into trend. Coming off what? Hidden bull div. Outlier on the variance. DLP building again. Everything about this looks good. Now look, setting up bear div. Setting up bear div on the DLP and the returns oscillator. But there's no end in sight right now on this pump. Let's see here. You got to get a data set top first, right? And then the returns oscillator will show the divergence if it is there. All right, here's the daily dropping back into trend. I looked at this about 5 a.m. Last time the daily dropped into trend, had about a 7K move. Guys, we just dropped into trend right about 39K. Right about 39K. So what could this end up at? We're going to get to the monthly probabilities going into the end of the year, right? And you can bet the probabilities we give, number one, because we know our math is correct, right? That's the biggest thing. We know our math is correct. There's other people out there talking about probability and statistics. I haven't seen any other probabilities that are actually correct. There's one guy, and he is just can't even deal with the guy, right? Really turns off a lot of people. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate because he's very smart. Knows his math. Knows its math. Actually was a mentor at one time. That ended really quickly, right? So we do have the correct math here. So that being said, let me see here. Man, this daily is looking strong too. And there's that last pump, right? There's that last pump when we went into trend. What was it on? Hidden bull divergence. We're getting some nice runs here, man. Real nice runs. If this DLP builds like it did last time, before we continue that workflow, I'm going to go over here. Let's pop this on the monthly. Let's get some probability, shall we? All right, I'll pull this down a little bit. Here are the monthly probabilities going into the end of the year. First standard deviation for Bitcoin by the monthly close, right about 45,000. That would line up perfectly with the last pump we had on the daily trend. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I was talking to somebody last night. I truly think that Bitcoin could do a 95.4 Laplace this month. Really do. Close out the year above 50K Bitcoin. And then what do you think is going to happen going into the halving? It's probably somewhere around April, depending. You're going to have to keep up track with the blocks and stuff, but probably somewhere in April. Guys, Bitcoin could go off the hook. God only knows where this thing could push. God and leading information. Got to have the probabilities. Indeed. You don't think when God was creating human beings, he took probabilities into play? Fortunately, humanity's like right about now getting close to 95.4% Laplace distribution to the downside, unfortunately. Got a lot of madness going on in the world. Yep, probabilities and everything. Indeed. We have got a 30-length RMLR up here at about 89K, about $90,000. Could Bitcoin run this month? Guys, that's outside the 90. There's a literal 99.7% chance says that will not happen. Can it? There's always a probability. Even if you're at a fifth standard deviation, we're talking about 99 point, throw the nines on there, right? Very high probability number. And I've seen data sets take a 0.0 times 5, 1% probability and run with it. It can happen. That being said, more likely, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Hey, maybe we're talking
22nd.
Yeah. What'd you say?
22nd of April.
Is it right now? 22nd of April. So we're right in here somewhere. 30-length RMLR will be at about $113,000. I'm telling you guys, don't put it past Bitcoin, man. Don't put it past Bitcoin. And like I said, right before Yasha came on, wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Bitcoin close the year out over 50K. That would be a 95.4 Laplace move on a monthly time frame. Indeed. You're above the 33 power mean too. Been a while. Closed last month above it. Just continuation, man. Continuation. And it looks good. Let me see. Drop to a 21 day. We are sitting right at the 11 length RMLR. Can we close this weekly above it? Right? I mean, we're barely above it right now. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we're barely above it by about $200. Sitting at 41.6 right now. The 11 length RMLR on the 21 day, $41,600. My God is right. And if you are part of the alpha trading community, say you're using the free volatility starter pack, but you want to know what the probabilities are, you can watch the streams. You can go into the chat and ask, hey, one of you guys, can you post the weekly probabilities? Can you post? Sure, we will. We're here to help. We really are. So remember that. Interact in the Discord, you guys. Right? It's not like we're a bunch of kids in here messing around. A lot of us are total boomers. So bring it. There's a lot of knowledge in this Discord. I mean, we literally got Cliff Clavin in here, if you didn't know. The OG Cliff Clavin coming to you live. He's in here right now. What's up, buddy?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good over here with everything is going on. What a fantastic weekend for anybody who's been scalping.
Yeah, big time.
The yummy assets of the volatility. I mean, just amazing. It was just amazing.
Yes, very amazing.
Thank goodness every day that we got these incredible tools that are just like so giving.
Big time.
So giving. Yeah.
Very giving.
Yeah. I love watching mean reversion to the upside, by the way. It's just fantastic. It's just unbelievable.
So Wednesday, the 5-day candle closes. BTC literally, let's see, what was that? 95 for the plus, 41,930. So got about $200 on the 5-day above that 95 for the plus. Can this 5-day candle push to a 3SD? Up here about 44,250. We'll find out. We have got to do these workflows every day just to see if the trend's going to continue. There's a lot of different things you can look at. Look, 3-day. You're sitting right up here by the 11 length RMLR. When did we get this 3-day? It's close today. What is the date? Yeah, let me see here. Actually closes when the 5-day does. Wednesday. Good deal. Right? 3, 4, 5. Actually closes tomorrow. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I do like this, though. We got to break back. Let's see if we can at least close this 3-day candle tomorrow above 43.4. See if Bitcoin can do that. Boy, that's a good start to pushing towards that 50K I was talking about. 2-day up above the 11 length. All right. When's this 2-day close? Today. Beautiful. So we get a 2-day candle close today. Just stay up above. I mean, look, you got the 11 length RMLR down here at about close above 40K and you're good, right? I'd like to see it a little higher, but we're going to have to see how this plays out. Let's check the daily. Same thing. Getting a lot of tight RMLRs here. We're almost up to the 30 on the daily. It's at 42,619. 42,619. Got a little under almost $500 within that. Good stuff. Sipping on my coffee. It's been on this 4-hour. Woo! Ramping it up. A lot of 4-hour 3SD moves here lately. Gotta love it. Couple. Boom, 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 boom. All over the place, man. We are above both RMLRs. Both RMLRs are above the 33 power mean. Always bullish. 90-minute. Yeah, gonna see the same thing. Although you can see the prediction model in the 90-minute, right? Starting to set up a little bit. Hey, put it this way. Starting to weaken just a little bit down here on the 90-minute. And when's this candle close? 45 minutes. And we're about halfway through. It's leading me to believe. Let me drop to this 45. Getting ready to close right now. We're dead in between these RMLRs. Good stuff. Top side, 42,575. The bottom one being the 30. 40, just a tick under 41K. Just wanted to do this real quick. Now I want to see if there's divs building. Okay, we're below. Yeah, low time frame saying we could get a little bit of a pullback here to some lower RMLRs. Let's check this out real quick. Yeah. Daily, man, this daily trend though is ridiculous. Yeah. Let me continue this workflow. Jump on the 6 hour. Since YouTube Jimmy is out there talking about the 6 hour. Let's give a real read here. Higher high on the returns oscillator. Coming out of trend. Coming out of the outlier. Trending still hard on the 6 hour. Love it. What's the volatility doing? Well, dude, everything's contracting positively correlated. That's why we're getting these bear wicks on the top side. DLP's starting to pull back. Guys, there's no bear div though, man. No local bear div. On the returns oscillator, a little bit from this high right here. We'll have to see how that plays out. Let me drop to a 4 hour. I'm not even going to pull up the RSI today. I already know. Yep, higher highs, DLP, setting up a little bit. Like I said, we're still trending though. Let me see if the 4 hour volatility. We got 981 contracting negative, 525 contracting negative, 2400 still expanding positive. I mean, there is a lot of buy pressure on Bitcoin. Why wouldn't there be? Let's see. Here we go. First time frame, 90-minute. Prediction models flipped. But what's going on here? Setting up hidden bull, man. Setting up hidden bull. Now, coming off of what? Bear div. Look at the returns oscillator, though. Below the 2SD band. You're usually, when you dip below it, usually look for you getting right back to that zero mean pretty damn quick. Go back through time. Look at it. It's not me. It's not just me having a little bit of bias. I've been looking at this oscillator for quite some time now. Know how it operates. So, yeah, and there was bear div on the DLP, too. So this is a no-brainer. Thing is going to pick it back up. We're going to drop back into trend. Look at the volatility. Let's see here. 981's contracting positive. Yeah, let's see. 2400 is expanding or negative. You got the low length though. 525 expanding positive. So you're probably going to have a doji at the end of this 90-minute. The closes in. We just talked about what 43 minutes now. 43 minutes. Good stuff, man. Gotta love it. Let me see the VRE. Now here we are. Here was the new weekly range. And this is what I was talking about in the chat, right? So on this new weekly open, the BTC come down and test the top side of that range. It did not. Look at the previous day. I'm starting to notice something different with the VRE. Guys, you were hammering it all day long. You can look at Solana, look at Bonk, same thing, man. Speaking of bull, speaking of the honey badger, Bonk was running like crazy. Indeed. Not like Bitcoin wasn't, but hey, man, Bonk has been outperforming a lot of stuff. Let me see here. If you're coming from traditional markets wondering what I'm talking about, yeah, it's a Solana meme coin. Look what Dogecoin did. We're going to see Bonk to a penny? You never know, man. This is cryptocurrency. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in crypto, to put it by it. Look at BTC. Already ran a 2SD. Guys, so while YouTube Jimmy's out there talking about probability and statistics, show me, YouTube Jimmy, what probability and statistics are you talking about, right? You got normal and Laplace distribution ranges. I mean, I don't understand because I sure didn't see it. We got a wick right to the 2SD today. I mean, to the dollar. First, the data sets are running, right? The first real stoppage, 95 for Laplace on the daily. A little bit of a pullback, then it runs up to the second standard deviation. Guys, where the data set is right now, top of the daily volatility range. That's why I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see BTC today going to a little bit of consolidation. I wouldn't put anything past the honey badger, though, to do a 3SD run. My God, and that's up around 43K. And let's see how this plays out throughout the day. BTC, like I said, is strong now. Ton of buy pressure going on. Ton of it. All right, BTC. Let me take a quick peek here at Solana. Yeah, of course. That thing was running hard, man. So where are we at right now? Right back down around, what, 60.5. Solana's high was about $65. $65. Opened up, and we're back in the weekly range, right? Solana's fully tested it now. And this wasn't quite like BTC. You saw BTC. Here's the top of the weekly range for Solana. If that was BTC, you just saw the data set. It was peppering it all day. And then about maybe 2 hours before close, it ran it up. So I do like that Solana came back down and tested this. And this is just bears testing that weekly range. And you see, you got a daily above a weekly, above a monthly. We talk about this all the time. Set it pretty bullish. But the bears are never just going to roll over, right? Never just going to roll over. They will give the bulls some action. But like I said, man, all these sells have been getting bought up. Every one of them. Let me see here. BTC. How many of those shorts fell off? Not enough. Not enough. Indeed. You could be seeing some liquidations. Check out this bonk chart. Woo! And that thing ran up. Jesus. Almost to... Was that a... Give me 1 second here. Yeah, same. Same. We got a second. First standard deviation. And that is actually second resistance level on the weekly volatility range. It was right at the 1 SD. No wonder that thing pushed back, right? The algos are up there, man. Sold that thing off right back to the bottom side of the 68.3, which is also top side of a tight daily range. What is BTC dominance at? Wow. Jiminy Christmas, man. That thing spiked, didn't it? Didn't realize that. Up 1.74% today. BTC dominance, 54.3. Pretty good. Been a while since it's been that high. So for all the newbies out there, what does that mean? BTC has 54.3% of the crypto market cap. That's what BTC dominance is. When you see these big pumps like that when BTC has a big pump, you'll see it suck. Most of the alt market, the air just gets sucked out of it. You're going to have your random coins that are pumping. Bonk. Look, Doge. These meme coins are flying. That's why I love crypto. I was laughing with somebody last night, right? I mean, we went back and forth on Telegram forever, just talking about crypto, just laughing. Gotta love this shit. Why do you think these government regulators are so scared? When they're stacking their bags too, let's be real. It's all just big political theater. These guys, man, oh man, oh man. U.S. government holds the most Bitcoin, right? At the same time, they always continually talk trash about it. You don't see any every once in a while, but you don't see the U.S. government coming out. We just got a bunch. They don't buy Bitcoin; they steal it. Right? We know this. They confiscate it from people that they term or whatever. You fill in the word, fill in the blank that the government likes to throw these words around. Yeah, man. Criminals, terrorists, whatever. It's crazy. Okay, don't hate me, Algo. I said the T word. Let's go back here. All right, let's pop over onto traditional. I'm going to take a look at Dixie, who was on the struggle freaking bus. But don't be surprised. This is what I was talking about in the chat yesterday too, right? Literally, I said by market open, if this thing opens up above the daily range, look out. Look the freak out. And it's exactly what it did, right? Dixie opens up, tests the weekly. And this is right about the time where I was talking about interacting in the chat, saying if by market open, Dixie opens up above that daily range, man, it's pushing too. That number one, you're going to see gold pull back hard. It is right now too. Hell, it was up to what, 2080 or something? We'll look at it next. But you got the Dixie data set almost to the first resistance level on the weekly. Surprised it's not there already. Well, this new 4-hour candle, where are we at? 95 for Laplace. That's a little white line right there. Second standard deviation normal distribution right at the first resistance level. Wouldn't be a bit surprised the next couple of minutes to see a wick right up into it, to be honest. Not very far. 787? Yeah. Tiny little move for such a powerful shit coin. We all love our Dixie, right? Boy, it's been weak, though. Boy, it's been weak. Interesting. Indeed. Let me see where gold's is at. Actually, where is top of the daily? Top of the daily for the dollar is up here by third standard deviation. Can it make that run today? Boy, if it does, gold's going to get slapped. And back in the monthly range. Been talking about this too. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. See at the end of the year, you probably see the dollar closing above its monthly range. If it rejects here, you get up to the bottom of this monthly that is right here. It's right above the first resistance level on the weekly. You get up to the bottom a month and you get a harsh rejection here. God, man, this thing will probably drop back to this tight weekly. There's a lot of stuff going on this VRE once you learn it. And you understand the volatility ranges. You understand what all the probability levels are, real probabilities, not just some YouTube Jimmy going, it's very probable that Bitcoin goes to this level because look at the fib extension. That's not a probability. I almost cursed. That's somebody just running his gums, right? These are probabilities for crying out loud. But a lot of people just think, oh, well, if he probably thinks it, is that the probability? The comedy just goes on and on and on and on. No, this is math probabilities, man. Right? Everybody remembers the bell curve and normal distribution. Well, we use that and we use Laplace distribution. Why? Because French mathematicians are sexy. That's why. Good Lord. Great guy. Research him. Oh, Laplace. Francois? Is that you? He's probably hanging out with Satoshi, right? Jesus. Gold. Yep. That right back in the weekly range. So I came in the chat and I talked about gold running almost a 5 SD. When I was like, and I believe my statement was win 0 DTE options on gold. I mean, look at the volatility. Guys, when you understand correlation, when you understand how Dixie and gold work correlation wise, could be a really fun market to start trading. They get those 0 DTEs. If you are, now I'm not going to call myself a correlation expert, but a lot of us in this chat are, right? Because we look at it all the time. Do you know how many traders don't even know what it is? Pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. So you're out here running around. That's like running around in a freaking Speedo in the winter, man. You're going to freeze your little ding ding. You see here. And so look at gold. Gold literally ran up above the 99.7 Laplace, 4 standard deviation. It's already pulled back to the 2 SD. Wick right to it. Wick right to it. So right now, 90. Not going to happen as long as Dixie's pumping. I'm telling you, they're just not correlated right now in low time frames. I looked at all this earlier. You see here. What are we doing? Where's our little buddy? Right? Me and another member were talking about Coinbase. Been talking about Coinbase. It's a no freaking brainer. No brainer. And regardless of what the VIX does, the dollar does, any of that, Coinbase is going to be pumping like crazy. And right now, pre-market, when I looked early, I'm pretty sure it's up about 13 points. Let me pop on Coinbase. Zing, 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 zing. Hold on. Why are my... Nope, right here. Give me 1 second. Let me fill this out real quick. Extended hours. There you go, baby. Doink, doink. There we go. Coinbase up 7.57%. Geez, I'm going to have to pull this way down to even find the data set. Because where is Coinbase's new weekly range going to come in? That's another question. Holy shit, high. Damn, up around 130 probably. Scroll this. Let me pull this in a little bit. There it is up there. Good Lord, this thing is Nukeville, man. How high is this? There it is, right there. Monthly. You're almost at the second resistance level on the monthly. Is that the second? Or oh wow, is that the first? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Boy, top of Coinbase. This is the monthly volatility range, guys. This doesn't expire until the new year. $200. $200 is the top of the monthly range. You see something here? I like to do this every once in a while. It really gives you a little insight on what's going on with the entirety of these distribution models and volatility ranges. You see what's happening here? Kind of leveled down a little bit. Man, look at this. This thing closes like this. It's going to pull this up. You're going to see the top side of these daily volatility ranges populating up here around 180 and stuff. Good Lord, Coinbase is bullish. Good Lord. And the workflow on crypto and Bitcoin, dude, we've been talking about the pump coming. Ideally, it would have been to probably maybe Thursday or Friday last week, get into some real short-term expirations on Coinbase because you can get out of those trades, right? Probably the Friday expiration I would have got into. And then if you're not looking at taking profit on this market open, I don't know what to tell you, man. Don't sit in it. All right, we just got the market open. And this thing is already above the 3SD. Oh, no, wait a minute. My bad. Jesus, I'm looking at yesterday. Give me a second here. Let me take another sip of coffee, get my brain right. Holy smoke. Let me see. Let me level out these. There it is right there. There's a 68.3. So you're above the 1SD. Literally opened up at the first resistance level on the monthly. All right, P-Funk, what'd you say, Barry?
No, I said it opened on the third one right now.
Yeah, this is Party Time
But
USA.
it's also the weekly. Those are crosses. It's also the monthly resistance too, right?
Yeah, wick right to that monthly resistance and opened up above the 1SD. Here's the 2SD and 95.4 Laplace. See, on these daily opens, I mean, even my brain goes back to the previous day, and sometimes I get a little confused. Oh, look, it's above the 2S3, 3SD. No. We got new probabilities here. But guys, this is damn near. So is that the first resistance level on the new? Where is the new weekly? Wait a minute here. Let me find this new weekly. I'm going to have to put this on a minute.
It's down below. It's 118 or the top of the weekly.
To say right here. There it is. There's the bottom of the weekly is 123. Here's the center. The center's at the 2SD to the downside. Here it is. It's right at the bottom of the daily range. It's right here, 130. What? Exactly what I said. Hilarious. It is dead on. All right, cool. Well, I said it was probably going to be the center. It's the top. That's all good, though. Is Coinbase now going to rip down and test that? Hit that monthly resistance level hard. I mean, guys, this thing's going to follow Bitcoin around. Guarantee it. Going to follow Bitcoin around. So Bitcoin's having a little pullback. Look for Coinbase to do the same. That's why I said if you were in a call that you got into like Thursday or Friday and you didn't immediately take profit like a lot of people just did, right? A lot of people just took profit on this, man. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing come back down. Let me see. These, I mean, you pretty much gapped up from the daily and the weekly, though. You really did. In the last day, you were just peppering that bad boy. Oh boy, Coinbase. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Over here in traditional. Y'all love I know Tom at Tasty Trades probably having a heyday. He loves Coinbase. Loves him some Coinbase. Me, along with him, we're screaming at the top of our lungs about Tesla and Coinbase. Tesla at $200, Coinbase at 30. You shitting me? Great entries. Great entries. Speaking of Tesla, before I jump in, I just want to see what the price is. Yeah, 235. Tesla's a little bit on the struggle bus. Elon's out there doing God's work, though, man. Boy, he's going up against some pretty mean, powerful people. He's telling advertisers to F off and shit. I just love it. Gonna try to blackmail me with money? If you guys haven't seen that interview, watch it, because he is a riot, dude. He does not care. He don't give a F, man. He really doesn't. That's my guy. I love it. Let me see here. Got the bounce off the zero mean on hidden too, man. Look, it was setting up. It was literally setting up down there on the 90. I want to see the new 5-day. That's freaking. Look at Coinbase go, man. Now, returns oscillator is turning down on the 5-day. Look at Shannon Entropy, man. Shannon Entropy. You've got low length volatility contracting, right? The 981's expanding negative. It's got a little. I wouldn't be a bit surprised this 5-day candle. If volatility stays like this, probably going to end up with a little bit of a doji. Like I said, Coinbase might have found the high for the week, man. To be honest, I don't know. It's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues its pump, I mean, don't be surprised. Coinbase is going to do shit traditional assets just don't do unless they're connected to the honey badger. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, my friend. Yeah, let's see.
Dude, I just experienced seriously hilarious GBM in my life. That's funny as heck.
And you're experiencing some GBM?
Yeah, totally, man. There's some randomness that was hilarious, man. my dog's half brother lives not far from here,
Right.
and the owners were randomly down the street from here, looking at something or whatever with their own little pack of dogs that they got, including him.
Right.
And he somehow wandered off from wherever they were without them noticing. I don't know how you don't notice a
big ass
200-pound St. Bernard walking off, but somehow they didn't notice it.
What did he do? Come to your house?
I just shows up at my house with like one of our neighbors. My neighbor like shows up. He's like, "Hey, is this your dog?" Because I guess they know I have a St. Bernard or something. I'm like, "No, but that's his half brother." He's like, "What?" Oh, yep, that's his half brother.
Where the hell is he coming from? That's awesome.
So I called the lady who owns him, and she came and got. She was right down the street. She came and got him. It's just hilarious. Like
that is
complete
funny.
randomness. Yes, dog, your half bro wizard. That's true.
Yes, dogs. They will throw some GBM into your life.
Yeah.
Indeed. My Anatolian shows up last night with a deer leg. And I'm just like, bring that here. And he runs off. Hides it somewhere, and then comes back. He got blood on his face and shit. I'm like, what the hell? Well, hunters will just leave like deer legs laying around. But that's even more disturbing. I don't know which more disturbing. My Anatolians out there mauling deer or hunters. This is all private property around here. So it's either like people on their own property doing this, just leaving these deer carcasses or something. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what happened. Kind of made me nervous though. So I'm like, I got this big ass white dog running around with all these hunters out everywhere.
For sure.
Don't like it.
For sure. Especially if it's a bunch of unlicensed poachers or something.
Yeah, and it could be. Although, I don't know, man. People out here take their privacy pretty seriously. If you're out here running around on people's properties poaching, you're going to get your ass shot. So not a lot of that goes on.
It's like if it's
Yeah. Especially, I mean, got pretty good vision through the forest now. But yeah, not a good idea to be out here poaching. That is for damn sure.
Nope, definitely not.
So I let him out this morning. He wakes me up at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock and he wants out. And I'm like, you're not getting out. You'll get that big deer leg later because that's what he wants. When I let him out about an hour ago, he took off so fast and just ran down into one of the ravines. So I think he probably buried it down in the bottom of one of the ravines.
You have to let it get a little gamey,
Dude. And then he comes in, starts farting venison. Gamey farts. Dude, it was so bad. I was like, oh my God. Talk about some GBM in your life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you gotta love dogs, man.
Dogs are awesome.
So I got a dog farting venison. I was like, by all means, go. Now I probably will not see him until tonight. They're nocturnal anyway. Yeah, he would stay outside 24/7 if I let him. He really would. He is definitely an outdoor dog.
Yeah, this one also he loves.
Yeah. Oh, St. Bernards, 100%.
He doesn't mind being outdoors all day and all night. Especially if it gets nice and cold at night, and he loves it.
Yeah, it's like all the St. Bernards, like the native St. Bernards in their homeland, they all live outside.
Yeah, and it's ice cold at night in the winter.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's why I remember I had when I was still out west. Of course, you get these crazy Karens. I'm out with the dogs in the snow. Oh, their feet's probably getting cold. I just like, why are you talking to me? I was like, having my dogs playing out in the snow, Karen, go back to whatever you were doing and leave us alone. This dog was born in the snow. Dude, he's an Anatolian shepherd. They usually never come inside. They just like Great Pyrenees, man. They lay around in the snow and love it. His coat is so thick. It's incredible.
Born up in the mountains where it's cool and cold all the time, even in the summer.
Yeah, man.
And, he's an outdoor dog always. We just, we domesticated him a little bit, but he's still an outdoor at heart.
100%, right? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, what's VIX doing? Yeah, VIX is up 6%. Yeah, let me see here. What is going on? Let's see where, let me pop over here again real quick. Let's throw this on. Let's see where SPY's new range is. Come on. There we go. Damn, Spy. What happened? Yeah, dollars running, man. That's what happened. Spy dumped out.
Something came out from the White House, and I don't know. I can't understand it. It's something about funding running out.
The White House?
Yeah, the press release says the White House wants the U.S. funding to run out. Now that might be towards Ukraine because it's
No, it's the December budget thing.
Okay. Well, I thought they were good until January with that crazy shit they just passed 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I thought it was like just a stopgap till later in December, but it might be till January.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I'm just trying to find, read what it says here. It just fell out of bed here.
Could be. The last I saw of it, the action note that it was when they did a 1 month thing on it. So that might have been November. I don't remember.
It says why White House warns U.S. funding about to run out / Ukraine to probe shooting of 2 unarmed soldiers. So I don't know.
So when they have a money printer that they can just turn on it's all such bullshit.
Yep.
It's all bullshit. All of it. You can't believe any of that. Just like we're paying income taxes. Why? You don't need our money. You can just print all you want. It's all about control.
Yep.
It's all about robbing us blind. That's why we're like, look, we're not trying to extract money from our community. There's enough of that going on.
Powell came out at the end of the day on Friday, also said that the U.S. spending is unsustainable. So maybe that's what it is.
What a bunch of clowns.
Oh, so printing $150 billion a month isn't a good idea when you don't absolutely need to. Wow, what a shock. What a shock.
Hey, man, you guys buy the lumber. I'll build the gallows. We'll set them up in the freaking Capitol lawn. We'll start taking care of these folks.
I'll tell you what, you can tell. I don't know about your restaurant down there, bro.
Well, that just got our stream demonetized. Not that it was ever.
What'd you say?
You can see the change in the economy. Streets are quiet here. Restaurants are empty. I don't know, man.
But you'd be surprised. The pizza not really being affected.
Well, the good news on that is that at least for the average worker, salaries have gone up against inflation in the past year, so that's good.
Yeah, sure. Shit, you could be a Ford auto plant worker now and make $120 grand a year.
There you go. And they've got a relatively low unemployment, right? But the fact is, a lot of people are still holding down 2 and 3 jobs, whatever, which is crazy. So
crazy.
Not like it's all rosy and shiny, but some statistics are decent. But those things always go up and down. Those things also mean
Russell. Huh? What's holding the Russell up?
There's $100 grand now.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Yeah, like the average new car price is like 50 grand or something stupid.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that. We all know that.
God, as little as what? Half a decade ago, you could get some of these little cheap foreign imports for 15 grand.
Yeah, if that. I mean,
if that.
Here, and whatever the price is where you are, it's double that for the same car here. Because we have 100% import tax.
Yeah, all the big dogs are taking a hit right now. A lot of the big dogs are taking a nice hit.
If you pay 50 grand on average for a car where you are.
What's that?
I said, if you pay 50 grand on average for a car where you are, for that same car here, you're paying 100.
Oh, I would imagine, yeah, man.
Yeah,
that's from all over the world.
That's just here. We have 100% import tax because they like to
coming in from all over the world or from the United States.
Yeah. For all cars, the only cars that have a different rate. Well, it depends kind of on the size of your engine block or whatever. But if you have like a supercar or a luxury car, then it's like even more. But basically, people pay 100% import tax on all cars, on like cars that regular people buy.
Oh yeah.
And you have one importer per brand, so you don't it's all monopolies. Because it's a tiny country, so they figure they don't need a lot of cars, or I don't know. It needs to be heavily regulated, whatever. Whatever the reasons are, a bunch of reasons. and so the price they charge for decades and decades has always, as far as I've ever known, it's always been that price, 100% import tax on all cars that like real people buy, And if you're buying a Lambo or a Ferrari or whatever, like something very high end, you're paying even more than twice the price.
Jesus, win 0 DTs on gold. I'm gonna say it again. Look how far that thing shot outside the daily range. Now it's at the first support level on the daily to the downside, back in the weekly range. Gold, be careful here, gold. Dixie pump. If Dixie continues its pump, gold gets up inside, up below this weekly range. Lord have mercy, this thing could really pull back. Gold's been on a nice move. Has been. This monthly range is in play. Yeah. If it drops below this weekly, we're going to see some probably get down back into the monthly. Where's the bottom of the weekly at? There's the first support level at 2022. There it is, right there. Yeah, 1945, 1944. Oof. Those are rough times. What's that?
It's in the middle of the weekly now, isn't it? Well, I'm looking at gold futures. That's different than what you look at.
Yeah, I'm talking about just the entire bottom of all the support of gold on the weekly. Down there at 1944. I think that's the bottom. Yeah. Bottom of the monthly, down there about 1840. Now, do I think gold's going to pull back that far? No. I mean, if Dixie goes on a rampage, gold will sell off.
P-Funk, I saw that chart you posted. Did you see where it mean reverted from?
Are we talking gold?
Left or right?
On the right.
Okay, so that's a 4 hour on the right. So I said I see where it mean reverted from. It went up
to the third standard deviation band.
On the 4 hour?
Candle ago. Yeah, that second blue candle and hit the third standard deviation.
Correct. And then 2 candles after that confirmed the mean reversion was in progress, and 3 candles after that closed the mean reversion.
Holy mercy. 33 minutes. Gee, what a shit show this
is. I mean, that's perfect, dude. That is a perfect example. All right.
Right. And then I have, see, it moves, man. I have that PVC and it moved home 2 days. See, that's not right.
Well, this 5-day candle's gross. My God. So on the 5-day, ripped up to a 2 SD above the 95.4 Laplace. Halved it pretty much. Got right in between the 295.4% probabilities. Pulled back inside that 30 length RMLR. Jesus, the RMLRs in the future are doing a little, man, that is the rodeo. Rodeo.
Yeah, look at that intercept you got right now, and you're going to have another one in a couple of days, sort of, right?
Yeah, man.
In a couple of
how gold plays out.
You're right. Should be a fun remainder of the month.
Yeah, 21-day candle ripped right through that 11 length and, nice, and the 30. God, boy, this is a shit show. Woo! Data feed. Let me see here. Let me see the daily. Yeah, that daily ripped up 2 SD band on one, 3 SD on the other. Pulled right back inside the RMLR. Of course it did.
Yeah.
That's
a perfect example of when it does the same candle. It went up to that third and boom, right back down. It happens.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, indeed. What's happening here? I got to read something real quick.
Didn't take profits at those 3 SDs.
What'd you say?
I said that's why it's good to take profit when it hits the 3 SD bands.
Right. Oh, dude. All day long. Profit taking. Here's this crazy 4 hour. Yeah, man. This thing ripped up. Got a wick above all the RMLR deviation bands. What's it do immediately? Woo! Mean reversion.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what,
man.
When
it goes up that high, my goodness.
Gold better be careful, man. Gold better be careful. People are like, like you know what's going to happen. Yeah, we usually do. That's what happens with leading information. We're not tooting our own horns, but we're damn sure tooting the VEPS.
If you were in the Discord yesterday, you would have noticed some messages indicating certain things like, I don't know, when Bitcoin was going to make another rip to the upside.
5 minutes. 5
No.
minutes after I made that post, Bitcoin
Yeah.
started ripping. And that's at the beginning of the
Exactly.
stream. I said it's all about the workflow. I didn't just post
Yep.
that in there for no reason. I did a workflow on Bitcoin all the way down to like the 9-minute chart. And I was like, oh shit, this thing's ready.
Yep.
I just started laughing when it started ripping. Then I woke up and went,
Exactly.
go Bitcoin,
Definitely.
hammering them.
Yep.
Let me see some. I tried to pull up the liquidations and coin glasses. Yeah. Let's see if it did it. No, it popped up something. Wanted me to buy shit, you know. Not happening. Let's see if we got some. Oh, geez. Well, in the last hour, you got 11 million longs getting liquidated. Why? When you should be taking your profits, not adding on leverage. Silly people. Look at the 4 hour. Almost 100 million in longs wrecked on BTC's small little pullback. Jesus. What, like a $500 pullback? You get that many liquidations? Insane. Then you go up onto the 12 hour. It's pretty even. Why do we see this? Both sides. Leverage. Pure and simple. Leverage. 182 million in shorts have been liquidated in the last 24 hours. 128 million in longs. If you have any brain at all, it's just like, what? How? Leverage. It doesn't take much pullbacks or pumps to liquidate you, man. When you're using all this crazy leverage. It's silly. And you got gold right now below both RMLRs. Woof. And they are tight. You can see the future projection, though. I mean, you know, a lot going on here. Let's pull gold up on the regular charts, man. Let's see what this thing's doing. Ouch. God, the 4 hour. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. I was going to say it could be setting up some hidden bull, which it barely is. This candle needs to pull up. This thing needs to close back up. Let's see, almost $10. Got variance rising, sharply negatively correlated. Came out of trend. What's the volatility doing here? Yeah. You got 981, 2400 still expanding, negatively correlated, contracting 525 positive. DLP just broke back popped back to the downside. Look at this 4 hour candle. Just hit the 99.7 Laplace on the 4 hour. So if we go over here on the VRE, let me see here. Where are we? There was the boom, 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 boom. Whoa, what have we got? Third standard deviation? Second. Yep, there it is right there. Second standard deviation on the 4 hour and the daily. Wow. God. You guys don't understand. For an asset to rip up to almost the 5 SD to the top side, then pull back to a 2 SD on the bottom, do you understand the volatility that takes? Crazy. What a hell of a move. Hell of a move. But look, you're down here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, there's a 95.4% chance gold found its low for the day and the high. There was like a 99.9999999% chance it found the high. 95.4 it found the low. You literally ran a 5 SD to a 2 SD prospectively from the top to the bottom. You're in this weekly range. Tell you what, it behooves these gold bulls to close this thing up above 2060 today. You don't want to close down in this weekly range. My God, people got wrecked here. This is why you take your profits. And are you just investing? Are you investing in gold? Did you just buy the top over $2,100? Now you're sitting back at 2050 going, oh my God, Peter Schiff said it's a no-brainer buy. Buy the top, sell the bottom. You come into this Discord and you learn about probabilities, you'll never buy a top or sell a bottom again. Right? That's not 100%, but if you take it seriously and really learn this stuff, that's what this really stops, dude. My God. Yeah, I just called y'all dudes. Let me see here. Sorry, time to fly if you're in here. My lady. We do have women floating around in here, which is great. I love to see women trading. Yeah. Let's see. Jeez, keep going back to it, man. Gold, ugly. Let's go a little deeper on this workflow. Where'd this 90-minute go? We in a total random walk yet? Was this whole move down? Yeah, it was starting to drop back into trend. Prediction model hasn't flipped either. Let's see here. Oh yeah, 90-minute was flashing that bear div big time. Big time. Could pull up an RSI and just crap all over it today, but I mean, how many times do I have to show that it does not show real divergence? You know, we're pretty sick of doing that. But it's true. It is true. If you're out there using the RSI, what are you doing, man? You are being manipulated big time using that indicator. It does not show the correct divergence ever. What is the correct divergence between price action and returns? You have to have a returns oscillator, right? DLP, same thing, right? Same thing with the DLP. DLP wasn't showing the bear div. Returns oscillator was. But as soon as that returns oscillator turned down on bear div, the DLP, boom, immediately lost its strength. Now it's populating to the downside. This builds. I mean, we could see this thing break below that weekly range. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But if Dixie gets weak, not going to happen. Gold could pump from here. Like I said, man, it ran almost a 5 SD move to the top side, 2 SD to the bottom that was planted firmly right in the weekly range. A 95.4% chance it found its low for the day, and it could be gathering liquidity in that weekly range to rip it right back up. Indeed. Gold scalps are plentiful. That is no doubt. And I got my UPM turned off. Let me go now. I got to go back up. Let me see this daily. Yeah, and you're way outside the power mean band. You got Fisher down here at 1969. Guys, last time we made these calls, right? Made them perfectly. When gold was up here, it was above 2K. As soon as it started running for that cross, we were calling that number. All right? Bottom side of the, as soon as it got to the bottom side of the power mean band. All right? I'm talking about the wave trend. Every time you get outside like this, I'm looking at these lower levels. Let me see the 4 hour. I think get to the wave trend. No. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. When's this 4 hour close? 2.5 hours. That thing closes below this 9 log MA. This wave trend definitely in play. Under 2030. Under 2030. I'm just seeing. Where's the 3SD? Where's the 3SD? Pretty much right at it. A little bit below. It was actually like 2029. 2029. You got the 3SD on the daily at about 2027 and a half. So, I mean, there's a 4.6% probability this can go lower. Like I said, 95.4% chance it found its low. And when you're down here in the weekly range, you got to be careful here. You got to be careful here. Go right back down. 90-minute. Did you hit wave trend? Probability it did. Below, you got the 99 log MA right around that area too, 2031. There's the heat. Heat is kicking on. Had an outlier on the 45. Beautiful. 31 minutes left. We setting up. Got a local lower low. Interesting. What was even down here? This is why you run a workflow, man. It was setting up hidden bear, right? You find support on that wave trend, go back up, hidden bear kicks in. Now look at you. The 45. You're back up to the 99 log MA, but it dumped below it. It did dump below it. Do I invest in gold? No, I don't. But when any data set, I don't care what it is, you see this kind of action going on, oh my God. As a VEPS trader, you want to look at this. Guys, these are the types of things you want to study. When you get these big, powerful moves and you're using the VRE, right? The power mean bands, you're looking at volatility. This is when you're learning, right? You got to understand what's going on with these probabilities. My God, man, that thing flew so far outside this 33-minute. It came crashing down so hard. Once it got back up inside that 9 log MA, it went all the way down to the 33. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, these lower length log return moving averages. Well, the 9 still, it's flipping back and forth this 33, right? But it does say returns below the mean, variance rising. But now you got variance coming back down. Which you do have that 33 it's flipping. It's flipping. It's not so pink. All right, let's go here. What are we doing? God, all the volatility down here is totally expanded. Oh, everything's up above 90. Well, I'll take that back. You got the 981 at an 87. Grade lagging behind. Grade interesting. Grade's usually up there. Usually up there with the 525. Nice negative correlation on that expansion of volatility. By the way, beautiful stuff. What's about enough of gold, huh? What are we doing, VIX? I'm going up still, man. Going up still. Dixie just on the struggle bus. I don't even think I looked at Dixie on, yeah, look at the 33 minute. Now that I got the power mean band back on, I knew something was missing from my chart. I'm telling you, man, Dixie's not done. I was talking about this last week on this daily time frame, getting back up inside this 9 log MA. The 9 and the 33 variance or returns above the mean, variance rising. Am I looking for this wave trend at some point? I am, man. I am. It's a whole point ahead. You know what's going to happen to gold if this thing rips back up to the wave trend on the daily? If the dollar does, yeah, you're going to see gold down to those levels. I mean, this thing can peel off 20 points easy. But let's be honest. There's a lot of buy pressure. A lot of buy pressure on gold too. Peter Schill's out there doing work. Oh yeah. Oral took a downturn. Hell, that thing got back up to what? What did I get up to? Almost 80, right? Yeah, look at that rejection. Beautiful. I wondered. I was at the pump. Dude, I paid like $270 or something. I was like, there's a problem. They want you to think that's cheap. I like that $1.50 gas when Trump was running. Right? Then they rip gas up to like what, $5 a gallon in some places, unless you live in California where it was like $8. What a great state that is. But anyway, Jesus, $2.60 a gallon. They're like, yeah, cheap gas. That's what they want you to think. Give me a break, man. Give me some dollar gas. Crying out loud. Oof. Yeah, that's not a good copper crash. 20 million liquidated. What the hell is that? 6 vehicles hit into each other. Oh my goodness. Well, that's brutal. Nice share. 20 million liquidated in copper. That's one way to get liquidated. On the daily, oil having an outlier, man. Having an outlier. Indeed. What was that bear div? It was. Had a little bear div too. Had a little bear div on that daily.
As you can see, it appears that we are going down.
Let me see this 5-day. Where this thing pull back? God damn. Yeah, you reject off the Fisher. Drop below the power mean band now. Volatility on the 5-day on oil. Guys, a lot of this move has been random. It just started trending. Volatility contraction too. Boy, I'll tell you what. God, this is setting up for a dump, to be honest. If this volatility expands and the correlations all break negative, ouch. Oil going to tumble. I'm not going to hate it. Go. What is natural? God, boiled down 9%. Market's only been my God. Great moves on Boyle. Yeah, down to 32.3, huh? Interesting. Coinbase just chilling up around 144.5. Yeah, sharks are in the water for sure today. See if anybody's making a big move. Yeah, I mean, Meta, Microsoft, Netflix, all the big boys are down, man. Nvidia. It's Nvidia, 457 now. Roku, of course, Roku, man. Jesus. Still hanging around 104. Good for Roku. Carnival Cruise Lines. I mean, what the hell, man? Winter. Not my ideal vacation. I'm not going to lie. Not my ideal vacation. Going and sitting on a fucking boat with a bunch of goons eating food and drinking. No, thank you. Let's see, though. Boom, 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 boom. Uber. What's going on with Uber? We got a buddy out west that's going to start driving for Uber. He's bored. Doesn't know what to do. So I go, He's like, maybe I'll go deliver food. I go, fuck it. Deliver people. It's more fun. Go deliver people. He's like, yeah. He's in a massive tourist town, too. Lake Tahoe. Can freaking deliver all your tourists from here to there. Good tippers. Good tippers. Man, what's up with Spirit Airlines? My God. The thing is just continuing to climb. It's up 8% today. 16.5. Remember when we were talking about Spirit is down around $7 or something? Good Lord. Let's take a peek at this shit coin. God, look at that. We're almost back up to wave trend. All right, look at the 5-day, man. That thing just dumped out. All the airplanes fell out of the sky or something. Got down to, no, it was 8. Yeah, 8.7. This thing, yeah, 100% gains, man. Wow. Almost back to wave trend, too. It was up there at 16.82. Spirit Airlines, my God, man. What are you doing?
That's what we call a V-shaped recovery.
That is the V-shaped recovery. Indeed. Below the power mean band. It just rocketed right up above it. I don't care what asset it is. That thing putting in some work right there. DLP's building. Lord, I mean, look at the DLP to the downside, but look at all the bull div it was setting up on the DLP, man. All right, and look at the bounce on the zero mean. Pretty much a little bit below. Yeah, big time.
That's a stunt pilot coming in for a rapid landing and a touch and takeoff.
Right. No kidding.
I'm going to show the boys in the tower what some fast, funky flying can do.
Jesus, Spirit freaking Airlines, you go, buddy. Let me see. Let me see here. All right, back to crypto, man. Back to crypto.
I mean, just notice how it came down so perfectly, right? Like it was riding along down below the bands the whole time. Came right back up and hit exactly where it had to complete that full reversion. Just beautiful.
See what? People taking profits on Bitcoin, man. Indeed.
Yeah.
Good on them. They should be. These are these longs, though, on Bitfinex, man, they were up around like 92,000, 95,000, almost 100,000 for a long time. I mean, look at this, man. It's down to 78.6. Had another big position close, looks like today. Hey, I don't blame you. Take that profit, man. Except, do you hold Bitcoin? Do you just sell off all your Bitcoin? This thing could just rip, man. You're going to be sorry. So I just like to scout Bitcoin, take the profits, right? Sit on my stack, ride it. Makes you're always a Bitcoin bull. If you're holding Bitcoin long term, you are a Bitcoin bull. Embrace the horns. We're Bitcoin bulls. Let's freaking go. All right. Speaking of Bitcoin bulls, 41.6. I'm just gonna chill up here. I love the DLP. Wow. I mean, the volatility, the entropy, the DLP, turns oscillator, variance, everything's agreeing. Guys, we're way outside the power mean band. Let's run right up through here. 2-day.
And it can be way outside the power mean band. I mean, look at the previous. Look at those candles.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it rode up above it and has not yet come back down since, what is that, October or something like that, right?
Yeah. On a mission, man. On a mission. There's I'm wondering, I mean, this thing just been running on hidden. Let's see if this returns oscillator drops and we get another lower low with a higher low. This thing rips again, continues its trend. And look at the 4 hour. It's got a nice trend going. Nice trend going. And volatility.
We just say that while the asset on the, let's say on the 4 hour or something, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10, 12 candles ago around Saturday, it came real close to that third standard deviation band to the upside on the 30-12 RMLR, like close enough, practically hit it. That is basically in mean reversion towards it. But it did not actually hit it, right? But it came real close. And then it did the same thing 2 candles ago to the third standard deviation band to the upside on the 11-10. So while it still looks like it's like, oh, yeah, run, run up, and it could, because it didn't actually even hit those bands, but there is still a remarkably high probability, probably somewhere around 99%, that it is going to revert to those RMLRs before it goes up and touches them, and they are currently at 42.8, and 43 too. Not that it can't go up there, just that the probabilities remain that it will hit these RMLRs that are currently at 41 and 39 too. But they're moving sideways and up. So it could easily mean revert while still going up and sideways. It has happened many times before. We've seen it recently, and it's not, shouldn't surprise anyone. Happens all the time.
And so right about here, all this data set right here, this is where all these longs got liquidated. This should be a good learning experience. See these little pullbacks? See these little pullbacks, these wicks to the downside? These are people getting liquidated because they don't take their profits. It's ridiculous, man. I think it was like 120 million or some crazy shit in the last 24 hours. How in God's name do you get a long position liquidated? Because you're a total degen. For God's sakes, man. Take your profits on these nice pumps. People are silly, man.
People putting in leverage positions, longing the tops on this latest rise. I mean, they're just like, here, take my money, please.
Can't make this shit up. Irresponsible traders.
All the time. But it went up, so that means it has to go up again, right? No, it doesn't have to go up. Like, it's still got a strong trending move on the daily, building up, and it could certainly build up. But that doesn't mean that in between the 90-minute and the daily, you can't have a lot of nice action. There's a bunch of 90-minute candles on a daily, and you can see some pretty wild action up, to and fro.
And a lot of these liquidations could have happened at the top. People longing tops. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Like, I got the top of the wick. Like, are you bragging about that?
Yeah. Insane.
That's crazy.
And the 4-hour trend still cooking right along. You drop below 4 hour though, man. The prediction models flip. 90-minute flip.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see it. Man, this thing drops back down to like 41,150.
Yep.
At $400, you're gonna see a lot of long liquidations. There's people. God, if you're watching this stream, you're in a Bitcoin long and you haven't taken your profit, I don't know what to tell you. You just don't get it.
41,150 is going to go hit that RMLR at 41. And if it does that, well, there's your first mean reversion completion, which was actually the second one in line, or whatever the second one. But anyway, and then, that'll be 1 out of 2, and then you get the next one. Nevertheless, it still looks good. I mean, this is not a miserable looking asset. Let's just put it that way. And if anything, if it down to 39 or something, and even if it hits the power mean that's like on the 4 hour down at 38.9 or something, 38.940. That's just a nice discount on some cheap coin. If you get a break like that, especially if it continues to have a nice daily rise or something on the trend, well, that's fantastic. Just consider it a discount. So that's the beauty of volatile assets. You can see the amazing things happen. And it's not like we haven't seen a few $1,000s drop before on a 4 hour candle or even a 15-minute candle.
Yeah.
It definitely has happened.
It definitely has.
Yeah, and it's right in this zone, too. Where, like last November, right? When it had that whole thing happen, the shenanigans.
Yeah. Bitcoin. Oh, yeah.
It fell like 10% in a few hours. It was like a $3,000 move or something. I think over a couple of days it was like 6%, whatever it was. It fell significantly.
The macho man.
And it was very quick. All right.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, folks. Don't think just because it has made big moves that it suddenly has to cool off and chill. It doesn't have to chill. It can chill to the other side. It can wreck to the other side too.
If Randy Savage is a Bitcoin bull, he's sitting back right now going, "Oh yeah." The macho man.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's in my head right now, but yeah, it's all good. Because we have fun. If you can't put a couple little wrestling references into your geometric Brownian motion, you just haven't lived.
Right. Right.
He's the king of GBM.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get with that crackhead. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. God, there's
I'm just looking there at the old daily on Bitcoin back in last year. Just taking a look here, and then literally it felt like $3,000 on the first day of that big drop, and then another $3,000 on the next day of that big drop. And if you remember that time, it happened fast during that time period. It wasn't like, it's slowly descending all day.
right.
It was fast. So the ability for this asset to move wildly during the course of a day is very significant.
These are others. There's the long positions.
Yep.
People are selling off those long positions.
Yep.
Jeez.
Profits. Frankly, as they should. I mean, if you're not taking profits.
Yeah, it's all about it. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Good on them.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep.
At some point. So what do these people think? Hey, man. You take your profit, you can get back into positions. My God.
Exactly.
You got the longs setting up hidden bear.
Power base.
Trend of the long sell off on Bitfinex. Good Lord. What the hell is that? Jesus. Give me a second. It sounds like a fucking mothership's landing out here.
And you can see that trending move is just now under that second standard deviation band twist on Entropy. And it's just now starting to turn kind of back down or back up, if you will. Right? And that means that, okay, so the trending move might be starting to slow down a bit, but it's still full on trending move. And you see that bright blue. That's a trending move. Yeah, you've got descending negative correlation, meaning that the intensity of the drop is weakening, and you can see that in the returns. The intensity of the drop, the returns have dropped significantly, and they're now starting to move back up negatively correlated. So you could still continue to see a move down, and you can see the returns oscillator has peaked out at the top of the standard deviation bar above, and it has turned down and is now pointing towards the downside. But again, not wildly, so that's why you're starting to see the returns kind of peter out a little bit. But you could easily see the turnaround happen, and you could see like people saying, "Okay, we're now at a good buy price," or maybe we'll chill here for a little while, maybe not. Maybe we'll stack on some more longs, or maybe we'll just wait for a little while. That's but you can see it all right there on what's happening with the trending, what's happening with the volatility or the variance, and what's happening with the returns oscillator. And the DLP is also following, right? It's dropped essentially, like started to rise towards the mean from being way outside the confidence intervals to now it's back inside. It looks like the second, so it's still just about a fat tail. It's 1.89 or something like that, or 2, whatever it's at, 1.9. So it's just under a fat tail, but it's that was a whopper of a nice move to the downside when all those longs dumped off. You see that happening both on DLP and on the trending move and on variance, right? All across the board there. You had that massive dump on the longs, and that was indicated clearly by all those indicators.
Yeah.
So if you had those, if you were trading that essentially, right? If you were trading against longs or whatever, you knew precisely when to be taking your profits on that with that move, or you could just be monitoring the asset itself if you're trading the underlying or a derivative. You had similar reads, just in from the different perspective on when it was a good time to be in the long and when it was a good time to take a profit. And frankly, like anytime you get these kind of crazy outliers, it's depending on your time frame, it's just a good idea to take profits. Now, if you're like a long-term, monthly, time frames, okay, this is a great month to be holding, whatever, because it's above the power mean. It's the second month above the power mean. Last month was the first month above the power mean. It's a fantastic position to be in. But if you're scalping and actually trading intraday, like if you're an actual trader, not just an investor, man, there's plenty of opportunity in both directions. And people are getting wrecked for sure both directions because they are longing tops for some crazy reason with leverage. and they're shorting bottoms for some crazy reason with leverage. Because they're just, convinced of the information that they're getting from lagging indicators, which is just a darn shame. And we continue to see it to this day. We see these people promising statistical edges and probabilities, and at the same time, they're telling you to do it by making measurements based on, you can see like EMAs or whatever silly nonsense is happening there. You don't have any probabilities or statistical edge using an EMA. You just don't, because all that's telling you is what has happened in the past, where the price action was before. What good does that do you? It does you literally no good. The only thing price action is really good at telling you, well, there's a couple things. The main thing is the correlation to the volatility, so that you can tell the direction of the price action on the current candle and the future one. That's the main thing price action is good for. The other thing price action, well, I don't want to get too into it, but let's just say the RMLR is a very useful tool for seeing into the future. And you don't have to correlate it like you do volatility, but you can definitely tell what to do with outlier bands and mean reversions and moving away from the means and moving towards the means.
Yeah.
So but basically price action, the main thing price action matters for in our kind of trading is for the correlation of the price action to the volatility. That's the main thing, and that's how you get. And then the correlation, of course, of the price action to the returns oscillator. That's how you get those powerful moves on divergence plays, if you trade divergence plays. And that's how you can tell, again, the direction of the volatility. By the way, the Entropy also has a very powerful divergence tool. We have an Entropy oscillator that has an amazing divergence tool that I love to use for scalps. When I use divergences, I use those two, and I very often find myself looking at the Entropy one for super low time frames. Just because, also, let me just say also, when I trade the 1 minute, I'm usually not in it, because I'm usually trading the 1 minute. I'm usually not in trades long enough to actually play out, like to see the buildup even of a divergence play complete itself, let alone the play out. So I don't necessarily need the divergences, but if I'm using 3 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, or on the extremely rare occasion that I trade the 15 minute or higher, then it's actually incredibly useful, right, to use those divergence tools, because, well, I mean, you can see very clearly when there's a divergence between the returns and the price action, and it gives you just an unbelievable great piece of information, because you can tell based on that, and based on what the volatility read is at, and based on what the entropy read is at, and based on what like the VRE width is at, just exactly what kind of divergence you're likely to get, not only hidden or regular, but is it not? But how strong is it going to be? Like, how big of a move is it going to be? You can tell very clearly based on like your VRE widths and your VRE levels and your Laplace and normal levels, how far that move is potentially going to go, just by knowing the divergences in play and knowing where you are within those levels. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking to do targeting for entries and exits. It's extremely useful. And anyone that wants to come and see on live, when if you don't have time during the live stream or something, if you're in the Discord, always just ask. We'll be happy to show you examples in real time or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you are on these live streams, then you get the full advantage of being here, being able to ask in the text chats, or in the trading view chat room, or wherever you are. Sometimes we even look at the YouTube, but probably less often than we ever did before.
Right.
Or the Twitch.
The old Twit.
The old Twitch.
Let's see here. What are we done? Yeah, Bitcoin just, like we talked about earlier in the stream, 95.4% chance Bitcoin found its high for the day. It was outside the daily volatility range. All the resistance levels just pulled back inside. It's actually pulled back in. This is the third time it's pulled back in that side that daily. Actually, fourth. Got outside it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now we're back up inside it. This 4-hour candle, first standard deviation. So there's a 68.3% chance during this 4-hour candle that, or Jesus, hold on. When's this 4-hour candle close? Probably in about a half hour.
35 minutes. Yeah, 35 minutes. 35
Yep.
minutes.
That 68.3% chance Bitcoin just found its low on this 4-hour candle. Could it drop to this third resistance level that is support now? It could. And there's a 95.4 on the 2SD on the 4-hour. So could BTC by the close of this 4-hour candle be down around 41.2? Yeah, easily $300.
Yeah, it goes down there. Like I said, man, it's very likely to close and hit that RMLR at like 41 and change. And if not on this candle, you know, on the next one or whatever. Like if it's going to go down there now,
I just
high
read
probability.
Earth Beer's post, dude. That happens all the time, bro. Happens all the time. That's why I don't interact with a lot of people on Twitter, because they're in their own little own little bubble. They think they know what they're talking about, and they don't. It's a good point, right? So he says it's Nvidia to 525. Yeah, how'd that work out? Not good. Yeah, the trend lines always lie to those guys. Pretty crazy, man. And they do get butt hurt. Especially you go in, you know, and they've got their usual, everybody's just, oh, this guy's great. And then you go in and just blow their feet up. Boy, they get mad. It's pretty freaking funny. I see a white dot on the back hill. I can't find my binoculars. I'm about ready to pull my scope out. I think I see the dog chewing on his freaking deer leg. I mean, everything's just brown. He sticks out like a sore thumb. I see a white spot and it is moving. It's got to be him. I just can't find my binoculars, man. Or my monocular. Sorry, my monoculars. I have binoculars, but I only use half of it.
I just call it binocular.
It's my monocular.
Not just binocular?
Nah.
I mean, monocular sounds so specific.
Yeah, right. So that 4-hour finding that. Let me see. Let's go down here let me do a quick little one. 4-hour down. Let's see here. Variance coming down, negatively correlated. I'm telling you, man, this 4-hour, this thing on the close might drop below here. Let's see what happens. Still trending. Still trending. And like I said, 4-hour volatility. 4-hour volatility saying this thing is going to pop again. And the 90-minute has already set up a bunch of hidden bull div. A bunch. The prediction model's flipped, though. Indeed. You got the 981 expanding positive, 2400 still expanding negative, and you're flat positively correlated on the 525. So we're in chill mode. This is what happens when you're sitting at the top of a volatility range, like we are right now. This is the top side of the daily volatility range, 41.6 area, 41.6. So yeah. And that being right below the 95.4 Laplace, there's a 95.4% chance BTC is going to close the daily right in this area somewhere. Below the 2SD, right around the 95.4 Laplace, right around the top of this daily range. Don't think this thing can't continue right on. Tell you, man. Especially people that just started tracking crypto. You just started looking at crypto and you don't have a really good, you don't have a lot of history looking at this thing. When this thing goes into beast mode, look out. Look out. Take it day by day. Take the day by day volatility ranges and probability levels. Yeah, let me see here. Oh, he called you an ant on an elephant's ass. Oh, he's got 20 years experience. 20 years experience. Hey, P-Funk, tell him how much 20 years experience will get you when you're thinking like that, ego-wise. It doesn't work out very good, does it, buddy? These markets will just slap you silly. I don't care how long you've been trading them. If you're not understanding probability and statistics still after that long, good luck, man. Good luck. Oh, he is butthurt too. You really got under his skin. I haven't seen anybody called an ant on an elephant's ass in a long time. What an egotistical statement that is. How bad does that look? Does that guy know how bad that looks? Especially when your response was 100% correct. He's wrong and he's getting butthurt about it. That's awful. But that's what you get, man. That's what you get when you're out here using leading information, making calls, and you're right a high probability of the time. You're going to definitely tweak people. You're definitely going to tweak them. Pretty wild. People are funny, man. People are real funny. Yeah, BTC dominance still up. Let's see here. Bonk, just being bonk. Bonk doing bonk things. Yeah, Coinbase right back down about 140. Yeah. And on this 90-minute, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see BTC, 41 130. That's the top side of the 90 power mean band. It's right down here, right? Right down here. This weekly resistance level that will flip support. You see, and that is the first, correct? Yeah. First weekly resistance level. Be a great place to gather up some liquidity right at that 1 SD too. Telling you, high probability BTC closes in this range right here. Below the 95.4, inside the daily range, above the 1 SD, and above that weekly resistance level that will flip support. And it's only the first one, too. That's why it's usually a lot more support than you get up here on the second and third, because you're getting closer to the top side of the weekly range. A lot going on here. Yeah, his ego, definitely. It happens. That's why I don't interact. That's why I don't make a lot of posts, right? If I would have been going hardcore on my Twitter account for the last literally 7 years, God knows how many followers I would have. But I just don't do it, man. I don't do it. I just sit back here and make calls. Most of the time they're right. Especially intraday. That's where we shine. We shine intraday. If anybody out there thinks on the macro time frames, I don't care what market you're in, think you're some expert at it, guys, there's so much randomness in these markets. Good luck. That's why we teach the way we teach. Because if you're really into making money and making profits, there's only one way to freaking do it. Intraday trading, low time frame scalps, in my opinion, in and out, man. Take the profit, fill the buckets, let's go. It's all you got to do. All you got to do. That's why, like right now, right? Everybody's like, oh, crypto found its top. I'm going to get in a highly leveraged short. Okay, man, good luck. Good luck on that. Especially if you don't take your profit, right? Especially if you don't take your profit. Madness. To be honest, this thing looks pretty damn strong. If this wasn't peppering this top side of this weekly all day before the close, hey man, I would probably be talking a little differently. But I don't know if this thing's going to pull all the way back down here. 39.5 area. I mean, hey, Bitcoin can do anything. It can go down just as fast as it goes up. But I'm looking at my workflow, and it is not saying that. You got smart people taking profits when they should be. Right? And who are those smart people? Not even people, they're algos. You want to see where all the people are? Here, I'll show you one more time. Boys, this ain't algos getting liquidated, okay? These are the algos liquidating the people. All this. Yeah, 130 million in longs, 181 million in shorts. A total of 311 million in the last 24 hours across crypto. Crazy, man. Absolutely insane. Let's see, I'll pull it up right here. BTC. Yeah, BTC, the total, 101 million in shorts leading the way. 101 million in shorts. But it's up there too. The longs. My God, it's incredible, man. People in their leverage. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Oh, yeah, there we go. Right back to that weekly level. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Is this thing going to gather up some liquidity here? Or is it going to close 15-minute candles back inside the 1 SD? If it is, look, not stupid. I didn't say it can't happen. I'm just saying what the probabilities are. And so right now, if you get some 15-minute candles that closes back inside this monthly resistance level that's support now too, you could drop to the top side of the 68.3. Is it going to happen during this 4-hour candle? There's a 99.7% chance it doesn't even get by here, this level right here. 95.4% chance in the next half hour it doesn't drop below where it's at right now. Guys, you got the daily 1 SD, a weekly, a monthly support, and the 4-hour 95.4. There's a lot of support right here. Whether or not it holds, yet to be seen. Okay? I'm not saying these bears can't sell this off a little bit, but probabilities are saying this thing is going to freaking bounce from here. Let's see what happens. we always get both directions, right? I'm going to give probabilities to both sides. God, look at Bonk running again, back up 7.3. Go, 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 go. My Telegram is blowing up. Interesting. Yeah. Yep, I agree. I agree. I'm going to have to freaking mute this. There we go. Not the channel, just my phone. And it's still beeping. What's it doing? Coming? All right, give me a second here, man. Let me turn off this freaking.
Next guy never blinks, and that's not a reflection of their production this year, guys. No doubt one of the leaders is Henry.
What is going on?
Hold on, guys. I got trouble.
There we go. There. My God, man. Boomer, struggling with technology. Struggling with the technology. Here we go. Got a wick right to the 4 hour, 2SD 95 for Laplace. Right? Where the hell's my mouse? Pulled it right back up in here. Let's see how this 15-minute candle closes. Let's see how it closes. This is the probabilities and actions. Still getting these. Hold on. Oh, man, I need to shut this down altogether. Turn Telegram off for a sec. There we go. That's where it was coming from. Jesus. My desktop. 1036, huh? Got a bonk moving again, man. Look at this. Meme coin central. What's this thing doing? Got a wick right back down to the top of the daily. God dang, that thing did a 5SD move on that 4 hour candle pulling back. Interesting. And that on that 4 hour because of that big pump. Jesus. That 5SD was at the daily bottom side of the 68.3. That'd be a nice little scalp right there. Indeed. And look how here's the new weekly range for Bonk. Look at the previous day data set, man. I gotta pee. Can you talk? Yasha? I'll be right back. Or not. Somebody. All right, okay, all right, let's rock and roll. Dog just ran by with a deer leg in his mouth again. Oh, God, gotta love dogs. My boy is loving his deer leg. Man, good, I don't have to give him any treats for a week, probably. He will be chewing on bones. Let's see here. Yeah, it's enough of Caspa. Had somebody trying to urge me on to buy some Caspa miners. Interesting. Interesting indeed. What is a Caspa miner? It's a miner set up just to mine Caspa coin. Let's see here. The early miners of Bitcoin for the win, right? For the win. 41.2. Oh, nice. Got back down 41.2. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, boy. I mean, it literally pulled back right to where I thought it was going to pull back to. What did I say? 41, like 150 area. I mean, it's right in here. Got a wick right to the 95.4. Just interested to see where these 15-minute candles are going to start closing. There's definitely some selling going on.
Fairies told to like all the fairies.
What's that? Something about berries.
It's at it hit that 95. I mean, it hit the 95. What is it, the 90?
Yeah,
the 95.5 loss to the downside, and also that normal distribution to the downside.
Yep, on the daily.
On the 4 hour. If it closes here or below, it's gonna complete this mean reversion of the RMLR, whatever next one.
What time frame?
Coming through at some point. On the 4 hour. The 4 hour.
Yeah. Let me click on it real quick. Yeah, look at gold. What did I just say about gold? What did I say about gold? Boom. Yep. Hello, Charlies. Wake up. Yeah, we make good calls here at Alpha Trading, if you didn't notice. It's okay. We're not tooting our own horn.
YouTube Jimmy say this thing's going to rip the upside today.
Yeah, of course. And gold literally is doing a 99.7 third standard deviation move right now to the downside.
Yeah, exactly.
La-di-da-di, everybody.
It's definitely ripping to the upside if you invert the chart.
I mean, gold could be getting ready to dip back inside 2K. We'll see what happens. I don't know for sure yet. But yeah, bingo. I mean, I was literally talking about that 11 length RMLR earlier. Oop, just went by it. Dude, on the daily, this thing's, oh my God. Gold's getting worked right now. By who? The dollar, man. You see the dollar, it's pumping. It's up to, what do we got? 103.8 now? Look at the dollar. Hello. The dollar's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. When I came in the chat yesterday, what did I say? If it's above the daily volatility range by market open, it's probably going to zip up into the monthly range. Well, we're almost there. Market's only been open an hour and 10 minutes? Thank you, VEPS, for being in my life. And there's gold. Doing exactly what I thought gold was going to do. Big time. Third standard deviation. You're down here at the 3SD on the daily. So now there's a 99.7% chance or probability gold found its low for the day. Can gold take that 0.03% chance and run it down even further? 99.7 the plus, center of the monthly? Absolutely it can. Absolutely. Boy, it's fun just reading gold, making all these calls. Can you imagine? Dude, they better watch out. They're going to launch these 0 DTEs. The alpha traders are going to chew them up. They love it too, man. Oh my God, please. I don't know if I'll ever leave gold. I'll be trading 0 DT options on gold every day. It's just too easy, guys. It's too easy, especially when people on the other side of your trades don't have the VEPS. And you're taking your profits when you should. Boy, you got some gold positions. Boy, people are getting just knocked silly right now, man. Man, they said gold's going to $9 billion. What's going on? Yeah. Guys, the high today was 21.46. You're back down at 20.20. Peeled off 120 points. You think the volatility's kicking up? Look at the wick. Where did that wick go to? 5th standard deviation on the daily. You're down at the 3SD to the downside. Guys, this is volatility and distribution porn right now. This is the good shit going on. You run a 5SD to the top side, 3SD to the downside intraday. You just got to love it, man. And here's what's funny. You got the 5SD move on the daily open. 2 15-minute candles. 3 15-minute candles to the 5SD. Wild, man. Wild. Now will gold pull up from here? I mean, Dixie's running, man. That's the thing. If Dixie, pull Dixie back up. Let's pull Dixie back up. If Dixie closes some 15-minute candles inside this, gold's going to dip below 2K. I bet. I mean, you'll have a quick sell-off, just like you just did Just like all these quick little moves, you'll see another, man. If the dollar does do that. If the dollar pulls back here, you're going to see gold go right back up in its weekly range. But this is bad. I already talked about it. Gold does not want to close the daily below the weekly. You're going to get trapped up in here, man. That's the top of the monthly range. That's the bottom of the weekly. Understand? You're going to have an algo battle going on here. Bears at the bottom of the weekly, bulls at the top of the monthly. Man, oh man. Wow, ain't we got fun.
Yes, sirree, Bob. We got the fun.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Yeah.
And my bad. It wasn't a fifth standard deviation. It was a fourth, by the way.
Down or sideways.
Fourth standard deviation on the daily. Above the 99.7 Laplace. Just to do that's powerful, man. Powerful move. 4SD, 3SD. That is literally the data set rodeo in full effect right there, man. How many people long gold up here? How many unsuspected retail traders, even hedge fund managers that don't even use probabilities and statistics, right? You got a group of 5 guys together. They think they know how to trade. Do you know why hedge funds get liquidated every day? Do they really know what they're doing? Be careful. This is why we're trying to teach people how to trade for themselves. Stop giving your money to other people to invest in these markets, man. Usually isn't going to work out very well. Usually not going to work out very well. Gold, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, I got to pull it up on the damn chart, see what's trending. Whoops, I was already on traditional. Let me get back. Hold on here. Where are you at, gold? There you are, buddy. Future's pulling back hard, too. Oh, boy. Good Lord. Where was that daily? Look out, man. Look out. Daily wave trend in play.
It appears that we are going down.
1970. Daily wave trend in play. 9 log MA at least. 2007. If Dixie takes another little leg up, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this 9 on the daily get hit. 9 on the daily get hit. How deep is this on the 4 hour? Past wave trend. Oof. Right around 2K, you got the reverse Fisher and 99 log MA. Oh. Sometimes I feel sorry for people using lagging information. Right, this is the type of lower low you want to see. Most of the time, you're like, oh yeah, setting up hidden bull. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. You got lower lows. Lower lows, man. Blew all of it out. Blew it all out. All that data set had to do, just hang up above the 9 log MA and you were setting up a ton of hidden bull. No, wasn't having it. Wasn't having it indeed. Let me see here. There wasn't even any div. This is a massive sell-off. Random walk, too, I might add. This is why people that don't understand entropy or don't understand how you can implement this into the trading markets, guys, you're missing out. In my opinion, we got the best one out there. If you don't know when data sets are trending, what are you doing? The market is random 80+% of the time. So, that being said, what are you doing? 4 hour, 99.7 Laplace. It's got nabbed. That's it right there. It's all, right? It's all right here, man. There's a lot of support right here at the top of the monthly range. And you're going to have these bulls defending this area big time. So have the bears expended a lot of energy? They absolutely have. Just to bust it through the 95.4 Laplace and the 2 SD, that's powerful. Below the weekly range. This is why. Guys, look out. Look out on gold, man. If this thing drops below the 3 SD and back into this monthly range, like I said, you could see gold crack back inside and run for that daily wave trend. Daily wave trend was at what again? 19 what? Yeah, 1960 area. 1967. Damn, let me see where I was born. Yeah, that's right. I'm an old fart. It's all good. Taking care of myself.
You win.
Yes, sir. Boy, that is a nasty daily candle on gold. I'm not going to lie. Go.
I'm not getting money back.
You are.
Get out of my way.
There we go. There's our Nigerian friends. Hilarious. 1050. Let me read this chat. I never even got into the Alpha Voice chat. Let me see what's going on in there. I just kept it in the general. What are we doing in here? Anything? No, not much. Not much. Yeah, a lot of that going on. Oh yeah, there's that little GIF I posted at the end of Friday, right? The kid with the kids. That's a GBM rubbing data sets.
Emotional damage.
Boy, it is too, man. It is emotional damage. And from what I'm seeing, on just a little bit I looked on gold, these algos flipped sell button, man. Look out. I'm going to take advantage of all these unsuspected traders, right? You invested, right? You had a buddy. This is a great opportunity to get in gold. It's about to go to 3K, 4K, 5K. Who knows where this thing's going to go? And they buy a bunch of gold and go to work. They're going to come home tonight and just go, whoa, what happened? Yeah, man. GBM happened. Why do I say that? Dude, we have an entropy indicator. We know when this market's random or in a random walk or trending. Very powerful. So there's the daily. Definitely not trending to the downside anyway. You see this 4 hour. This thing turned back down. Nope. It's all random walk. We're going to have to go down here pretty low for trend. I would imagine 90-minute turn down. Yeah.
It appears that we are going down.
90 minutes trending. You got volatility. Let's see. Low length contracting positive. 981 kind of flat. Both of them. This is what you would see too when you're down at a 99.7% probability level that gold found its low for the day. So I'm not saying that this could happen today. I'm talking going into this week. You could see gold back inside 2K easily. Because these trends on these low time frames could definitely just work its way right back up. We are setting up some bull div on the 90-minute too. Definitely setting up. But this DLP, man, DLP is gaining strength. You see this 45-minute. Boy, that's disgusting. Trending down here too. Let me see. Yep. Setting up a little bull div. DLP's down here in these 99% confidence intervals. But look, I mean, it's not even letting up, and you're contracting. All three levels contracting, positively correlated on the 45. Gold could be definitely breaking some probabilities today, man. Indeed. Everything's going to start contracting here on the 33 too. It's all positively correlated. Oh boy. I'm sure all the gold bugs were excited. It's okay. You got Dixie running, man. You're going to see the exact opposite on these low time frames on Dixie. You're probably going to see some trending. There you go. You see, it's a 4 hour on Dixie trend on the top side. It's having an outlier and it's starting to drop into trend. Man, if this goes into full trend, Dixies are going to pop. Been talking about it. And where? Here, let's pop it up. Let's get the VRE out here. Weekly. Let's see if this got up, closed that 15-minute candle above the first weekly resistance. Now, next 15-minute candle, it's testing it right now. This thing bounces from here. Just like I said, just a short time ago, center of the monthly range, second resistance level on the weekly. Is that a target for me? It absolutely is. Is it going to happen today? 95.4% chance says no. All right. But this isn't a fluctuating intraday probability level. This is monthly and weekly volatility ranges. And this is a magnet right now. If you find support here, the rest of the day, if you do not dip back inside here, it's a whole different story if Dixie pulls back inside this weekly level, right? And closes the daily inside here. You could revert back down. If it closes above this level, though, look out. Look out tomorrow. Hell, it could do it overnight. You could see 104.4 area going into the center of this monthly range. Wouldn't shock me at all. What do you think that's going to do to gold? Gold is gonna probably pull back closer to 2K. Big time. little sell-off happening right now, which is all good. I'm going to go back over to crypto one more time. Take a quick peek. Yeah, BTC's bouncing at that level. Let's see what happens. It did. Boy, it pulled back up. Right off that weekly and monthly. That's what I'm saying, man. During this 4-hour candle, high probability it doesn't break down below here. All right. You have these weekly resistance levels, monthly resistance levels that flip support. And when it goes to a 4-hour candle, during this 4-hour candle, but it closes in what, 5 minutes? Is that correct? Just back on here.
Yep, 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yep. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Indeed.
And it's like hovering right above that.
And here's the kicker right here. Is this thing going to stay in trend? Is the prediction model going to flip? I'm telling you right now, man, on this 4-hour close, this returns oscillator is going to set up some hidden bull. Of course it is. It's BTC, man. This thing is a bull. Just closing the 4-hour candle above this level. Pretty damn good because we're about to get some new 4-hour probabilities.
Yep.
But
just keep in mind, right? Even like
top of the daily,
you
right
have
there.
To be good to figure this out, right? You very often get wicks on candles to the upside and the downside, which means what? Which means you're going to open the candle at some place and it's going to move in that direction and flip around, right? So don't be surprised, you know, based on the volatility and everything else that's going on and the randomness on like the 1 minute or whatever, or trending moves or they, you know, whatever, that it like dips down and then bounces up if it's going to have a bullish profile overall. Which is the same thing if it has a bearish profile over. It's like it's gonna, you know, dump. Don't be surprised if it shoots up and bounces down a bit. You know, like that's how wicks happen, right? Is you get action to one side and then it goes back the other way. So, I mean, obviously, I'm saying that you know, it's something that most traders probably know, but if you're completely new to trading, you might not be aware of how do these things get formed on the tops and bottoms of candles. That's just price action that's happening outside of the body of the. And very often those wicks happen super quick, especially on volatile asset. Which is, by the way, why a lot of traders, whatever, especially I guess in the traditional TA voodoo world, they don't even like to look at the wicks because they realize that they happen so quickly that they, for whatever reason, they discount them. Personally, I don't discount them because that's where the price action did happen. The fact that it happened quickly for a Human doesn't mean it happened quickly for an HFT bot, right? If it took a minute or two, that's very slow for an HFT bot. So you get a lot of action in those minutes. But yeah. Anyway. Coming up now on this new 4-hour in like 2 minutes. A minute 40. Let's go. Yeah, we saw some nice new levels here on the class. Normal distributions. Going across a lot of these different assets. On Bitcoin, on gold, I mean, on everything, yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it's been moving along. I mean, if you've been listening to the stream the last couple of the coin hasn't fallen down the slot and you haven't made the connection that the things that we say are probabilities that are more likely or probabilities that are less likely tend to happen that way. I don't know what to tell you. Get your hearing checked. And I say that lovingly because you're getting some serious nuggets here. Getting some very powerful alpha from the folks who figured out how to scalp delta using volatility, probability, and statistics. And so, you know, when Bilbo sits here and tells you 2 hours a day, look, this is how we see the problem he's reading to you. You know, he's not making these things up. Any of us who know how to read these indicators, we might trade them differently, but we're going to read them very similarly because the information is the same. And we might be looking at different profiles or different perspectives or different pivots of the same information. But when we see the information saying, you know, volatility and correlation is down, we know what that tells us as a tendency, right? You know, if we see, you know, entropy is, you know, in random and expanding towards trending, then correlation has flipped from expanding negatively towards expanding positively, we know what that tendency is. It's not an accident, and you can learn this stuff too. So come on in, y'all. The water is warm. Or something like that.
Oh boy. All right, man. Good stream. As usual. Gave a lot of probabilities. Made a lot of good calls intraday already.
Yep.
This will be fun.
4 hour.
I'm already excited for tomorrow's stream. All I got to do today is chase around a big white dog with a deer leg in his mouth. So I got it easy. You talk about geometric Brownian motion. I'm getting ready to go into full bore. Where is he? He's out here chewing somewhere.
Look at that 4 hour on the RMLR, man.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
BTC, 4 hour RMLR. Coming up hot.
Look at that. Let's stick it on the 4 hour and you're going to see what it's going to do. It's starting to reverse in the direction prediction. So don't be surprised if it completes its little mean reversion.
What's almost there? 41? 41. 41.050. Well, I'll tell you what, though. Let me see something. We just got the 4 hour close. What did I say? I said that was going to drop and set up some hidden bull, and it's right at the 2 SD band. But look at the prediction model. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing get. I mean, look, higher length volatility is contracting negative. Low length, I mean, it's flat negative. I mean, volatility supporting this thing to bounce on some hidden, especially the variance coming down negatively correlated. Good Lord. BTC, you are the honey badger. You just don't give a shit. Running rampant. As you got Dixie coming in. Look, BTC don't give a shit about no Dixie. BTC is BTC. BTC is a real money.
Orange coin is orange coin. It does not care about the rest.
No, it does not. I'm already excited for tomorrow's stream. We're going to be back at this 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning. Keep an eye on these data sets that are running wild. Markets random. Some things are trending, some aren't. That's the way it works. That's why when you understand correlation, it changes your whole life. When you understand entropy, when you understand that the true divergence in these markets comes in between price action and returns, and that some of the easiest indicators to read are the best ones. Like this is the coefficient of variation. For layman terms, this is just pure variance. Variance is a spread of data from the mean. We have it correlated and showing when there's an outlier. An outlier within the distribution is a fat tail event. Who doesn't like a fat tail? Praise, praise, praise. So that is a second standard deviation move. 95.4% probability move or greater in process. Beautiful. And then once you do that and you see variance turn down negatively correlated, setting up hidden bull, let's see how this plays out. With all that being said, wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you tomorrow. Peace.
As you can see, it appears that we are going down.
Yes.